All right. Get some water. You're back. Sweet. All right. Session 2 of TryHackMe. All right. Yep. We were in the middle of the pyramid of pain. Let's go again. This is Texas Dude. All right. We were on task 4. Let's step up to the pyramid of pain and move on to the domain names. You can see the transition of colors from green to teal. The domain names can be thought as simply mapping an IP address to a string of text. A domain name can contain a domain and a top-level domain, or a subdomain followed by a domain and top-level domain. So we'll go over how the DNS works. You can learn more about DNS in the DNS in detail room. Domain names can be a little more of a pain for the attackers to change, as they would most likely need to purchase the domain, register it, and modify DNS records. Unfortunately for defenders, many DNS providers have loose standards and provide APIs to make it even easier for attackers to change the domain. All right, we're provided with picture. So we'll see 2 domains. Can you spot any malicious in the above screenshot? Now compare to the legitimate website view below. Okay, I can see that the I is different. This is one example of a punycode attack used by the attackers to redirect users to a malicious domain that seems legitimate at first glance. What is punycode? As per Wandera, punycode is a way of converting words that cannot be written in ASCII into a Unicode ASCII encoding. What you saw in the above URL is Adidas with a different I, which has a punycode of XN. Yeah. Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and Apple Safari are now pretty good at translating the obfuscated characters into full Punycode domain names. To detect the malicious domains, proxy logs or web server logs can be used. Attackers usually hide the malicious domains under URL shorteners. A URL shortener is a tool that creates a short and unique URL that will redirect to the specific website specified during the initial step of setting up the URL shortener link. According to Cofense, attackers use the following URL shortening services to generate malicious links: Bitly, Google, Owly, SID, SmartURL, TinyPL, tinyurl.com, and Xcode. You can see the actual website. The shortened link is redirecting you to by appending the plus to it. See the example below. Type the shortened URL in the address bar or of the web browser and add the above character to see the redirect URL. Hmm. Okay, I actually use a tiny URL for one of my stuff at work, so I want to see what it looks like. I do not, unfortunately, want to put that online for everybody to see since it's work related. Here, we'll actually do a test. Let's do one for the CISO series. And let's do it with tiny URL. So I want to know how that works. So much for that. There's my work one. Anyways. TryHackMe.com. Shorten it. This is a test. You see? Okay, so it says here if we append the plus, we can see what the redirect is. And that's what it looks like. Now I know. Nice. Viewing connections in any .run. Because any .run is a sandboxing service that executes the sample, we can review any connections such as HTTP requests, DNS requests, or processes communicating with an IP address. To do so, we can look at the networking tab located just below the snapshot of the machine. Please note you should be extremely cautious about visiting any of the IP addresses or HTTP requests made in a report. After all, these are behaviors from the malware sample, so they're probably doing something dangerous. So HTTP requests. This tab shows the recorded HTTP requests since the detonation of the sample. This can be useful to see what resources are being retrieved from a web server, such as a dropper or a callback. For connections, this tab shows any communication made with the detonation of the sample. It's useful to see if the process communicate with another host. For example, it could be a C2 traffic or uploading, downloading files over FTP, etc. And the DNS request. The tab shows the DNS request made since the detonation of the sample. Malware often make DNS requests to check for internet connectivity. If it can't reach the internet, call home, then it's probably being sandboxed or is useless. Go to this report and provide the first suspicious domain request you are seeing. You will use this report to answer the remaining questions of this task. Okay, so provide the first suspicious domain request. So we gotta find the README and follow the instructions. Right? So it's this one. Is this suspicious? ChatGPT. It says malicious. I don't know if I want to copy that. Craftingalegacy.com. Well, that's the connection, but that's not the request. The request is acting crazy. Oh, because I misspelled it. What term refers to an address used to access websites? Domain. Domain name. What type of attack uses Unicode characters in the domain name to imitate the to imitate a known domain? Typo. Okay. Punicode. That's from the reading. Is not it? Or does it need to be capitalized? That misread. This is one thing I hate about some of these is that they don't take some short answers like that. You need the full, which I guess is fine. Provide the redirected website for the shortened URL using a preview. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the plus. Of course it does. I didn't have to do all the thing earlier I did, because the whole thing just tell me what it looks like as I go through it. Okay, let's take another step up to the yellow zone. On this level, the attacker will feel a little more annoyed and frustrated if you can detect the attack. The attacker will need to circle back at his detection level and change his attack tools and methodologies. This is very time consuming for the attacker, and probably he will need to spend more resources on his adversary tools. Host artifacts are the traces or observables that attackers leave on the system, such as registry values, suspicious process execution, attack patterns, or IOCs, the indicator of compromise, files dropped by malicious applications, or anything exclusive to the current threat. Suspicious process execution from Word. Suspicious event followed by opening the malicious application. The files modified, dropped by the malicious actor. A security vendor has analyzed the malicious samples for us. Review the report here to answer the following question. Okay. A process name regidle.exe makes a post request to an IP address based on in the United States with port 8080. What is the IP address? Reg 8080. Looking for the IP address. Oh, sorry about that. Well, control find it is port 8080. Probably do post. So I can do this. There's a lot of them. Well, let's try the first one. Nice. Stack job malicious file. A malicious executable. What's the name of this executable? PowerShell. Well, that's the process. That's a process. We're looking for the name of the executable. Can't search.exe. There's a lot of them. Check the PowerShell script executed. First file user directory. That'll be this one, right? Oop, wrong place. Yeah. Look at this report by virus total. How many vendors determined this host to be malicious? 9. The answer is none. Oh. There we go. Now it's all green. Network artifacts also belong to the yellow zone in the pyramid of pain. This means if you can detect and respond to the threat, the attacker would need more time to go back and change his tactics or modify tools, which gives you more time to respond and detect the upcoming threat or remediate the existing ones. A network artifact can be a user agent string, C2 information, or URI pattern followed by the HTTP post request. An attacker might use a user agent string that hasn't been observed in your environment before or seems out of the ordinary. The user agent is defined by RFC 2616 as the request header field that contains information about the user agent originating the request. Network artifacts can be detected using Wireshark PCAPs file that contains the packet data of a network by using a network protocol analyzer such as T-Shark or Exploring IDS, intrusion detection system logging from a source such as Snort. That's one of my future projects. HTTP post request containing suspicious strings. And let's use T-Shark to filter out the user agent string by using the following command. These are the most common user agent strings found in Emotet Downloader Trojan. You can detect the custom user agent strings that the attacker is using. You might be able to block them. creating more obstacles and making their attempt to compromise the network more annoying. What browser uses the user agent string shown in the screenshot above? Microsoft Internet Explorer. How many post requests are in a screenshot from the PCAP file? 6. Congratulations! You have made it to the challenging part of the adversaries. Okay. At this stage, we have leveled up our detection capabilities against the artifacts. The attacker would most likely give up trying to break into your network or go back and try to create a new tool that serves the same purpose. It will be a game over for the attackers as they would need to invest some money into building a new tool if they are capable of doing so, find the tool that has the same potential, or even get some training to learn how to be proficient in a certain tool. Attackers would use the utilities to create malicious macro documents, maldocs. For spear phishing attempts, a backdoor can be used to establish C2, the command and control infrastructure, any custom .exe and .dll files, payloads, or password crackers. A Trojan dropped the suspicious stealer.exe in the temp folder. The execution of the suspicious binary is as so. Antivirus signatures, detection rules, and Yara rules can be great weapons for you to use against attackers at this stage. Malware Bazaar and Malshare are good resources to provide you with access to the samples, malicious feeds, and Yara results. These all can be helpful when it comes to threat hunting and incident response. For detection rules, SOC Prime Threat Detection Marketplace is a platform where security professionals share their detection rules for different kinds of threat, including the latest CVEs that are being exploited in the wild by adversaries. Fuzzy hashtag is also a strong weapon against attacker tools. Fuzzy hashtag, fuzzy hashing helps you perform similarity analysis, matching two files with minor differences based on the fuzzy hash values. One example of the fuzzy hash value hashing is the usage of SSD. On the SSD official website, you can also find the complete explanation of fuzzy hashing. Without using the abbreviation. It's not as deep, is it? Alternative name for fuzzy hashes without the abbreviation. Similarity analysis? Okay, I feel like I'm dumb. Damn, I missed it. I feel like my reading comprehension is so bad. Fuzzy hashing is also a strong weapon against attackers' tools. Fuzzy hashing helps you perform similarity analysis, matching two files with similar differences based on the fuzzy hash values. One example of fuzzy hashing is the usage of SSD. On the SSD official website, you can also find the complete explanation for fuzzy hashing. May have to look in there. Oh, this is what it wants. Computing context triggered piecewise hashes. Computing context triggered piecewise. Okay. Context triggered piecewise hashes. It is not over yet, but good news. We made it to the final stage, or the apex of the pyramid of pain. TTP stands for Tactics, Techniques, and Procedures. This includes the whole minor attack matrix, which means all steps taken by the adversary to achieve his goals, starting from phishing attempts to persistence and data exfiltration. If you can detect and respond to the TTPs quickly, you leave the adversaries almost no chance to fight back. For example, typo. If you could detect a pass the hash attack using Windows event log monitoring and remediate it, you'll be able to find the compromised host very quickly and stop the lateral movement inside your network. At this point, the attacker would have two options: go back, do more research and training, reconfigure the custom tools, or give up and find another target. Option 2 definitely sounds less time and resource consuming. Navigate to the attack matrix webpage. How many techniques fall under the exfiltration category? Ooh, 9 techniques. Chimera is a China-based hacking group that has been active since 2018. What is the name of the commercial remote access tool they use for their C2 beacons and data exfiltration? Do I know who uses it? Well, we have to find out the part where Chimera is on the website, right? These are just the different types of techniques. Remote access software. Here, Cobalt. Familiar names. Oh, it's an ABC order. The question was remote access, right? Oh, procedures. Mitigation, detection. What's the name of the commercial remote access tool being used for T2 beacons and data exfiltration? Digital access. I feel like I'm not using the website to its fullest abilities. Chimera. For beacons and data exfiltration. So PS exec for beacons. Can I do copy text? Is that the same as data exfiltration though? Commercial. Haha. It's right there. Cobalt Strike. No. Copy paste, copy paste. Deploy the static site attached to the task. Place the prompt to the correct tiers of pyramid. Okay. Select the correct options. Please take a moment to select the correct options from the list. You need to match it with the correct tile of the pyramid. Now in this step, please select the title that best matches the text you chose in the previous step. I think I got it. Okay. Attributions TTP, right? Why is that green now? Oh. How come I feel like that's a typo as well? Domain for typo spotting. That seems like networks. Tags plan objectives. Utilize these to accomplish their objectives. That would be tools, right? Addresses. IP addresses. That would be network artifacts, right? That makes the plans and objective the hash value. Is this the last two? Oh, I feel like I did that already. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Let's see. This one has to be domain names for typo spotting. The signatures are TTP. They utilize these to accomplish their objective. Should be the tools. The addresses to identify the infrastructure the attackers use on the campaign. This is the one that with addresses. So we have the plans and objectives, and then the artifact components of SC2 traffic. All right. This one is hash value. Payload, not attribute to the. Okay, I've just misunderstood that. Pyramid complete. Conclusion. Now you have learned the concept of the pyramid of pain. Maybe it's time to apply this in practice. Please navigate to the static site to perform the exercise. You can pick any APT or the advanced persistent threat groups as another exercise. A good place to look will be FireEye, Advanced Persistent Threat Groups. When you have determined the APT group you want to research, find their indicators and ask yourself, what can I do, or what detection rules and approach can I create to detect the adversary's activities? And where does this activity or detection falls in the pyramid of pain? As David Blanco states, the amount of pain you cause an adversary depends on the type of indicators you're able to make use of. Wait a second. Static site to perform the exercise. Like this. Confused. I lost my streak. That's fine. Oh, almost an hour. And sorry, too. All right. I'm just going to stop there. And let's do a little bit of Sec Plus. What's that website again? I forgot that site's name. Okay, favorite it. Something Compass. Exam Compass. Let's go ahead and save that. So plus 701 practice test. Which of the following terms describes the process of identifying differences between an organization's current security posture and its desired security posture? Gap analysis. That's true. I think. Should be true. I remember that one was from, was it Professor Messer? Which of the answers below refers to zero trust control plane security approach that takes into account user identity, double security, network conditions, and other contextual information? Adaptive. Okay, I remember it was PEP and was the engine. Oh wait, decision point. No, not that. Because the engine does the executes a policy and then or they escalate it to the administrator. I'm not eloquent in my explanations. I'm sorry. Uh, I will still stand by that answer then. What's the info? When is it? True. Why is it technically servers, but also websites? So it could be all of the above. Honey files, any type of file, containing any use. Fake user data. I mean, yeah, internet tracks. It can use for all of them, but your email would probably be better. Monitoring to network activity. If they were to exfiltrate it, then maybe. I would go with that. What is a honey token? Process used by organizations to assess and evaluate the potential impact of disruptive incidents or disasters on their crucial business function operation. Access and evaluate potential impacts. The business continuity plan, right? Let's continue. I don't know what that. The hierarchical system of creation, management, storage, distribution, and revocation of digital certificate. What's the keys? Certificate authority. Which of the answers listed below best describes the characteristic of a public-private key pair? Am I thinking that correct? It's decryption, right? You encrypt it with your private key, and then you encrypt it with. Okay, you. person AB, encrypt it with your key. Private key is set over there. Key decrypts. Key escrow is a cryptographic technique that enables strong copies of encryption keys. I actually don't know this one. Key escrow. Yeah. Which of the following answers refers to a data storage device equipped with hardware level encryption? TPM. TPM again. Now, full, is that except full drive encryption? I think it's B. An MS Windows component that enables encryption of individual files. BitLocker. Use that at work. Security functions. VPN. SSH. What's the network protocol that secures web traffic? SSL and TLS encryption. Which answers below refers to the deprecated TLS-based method for securing transmission of email messages. Star TLS. S is for encryption. Uh, uh, what's the report? Ooh, that's bad. Unfortunately, there's no explanation. Terms of interest refer to security model elements and interest for the network. Let's break it down. Yeah. The control plane. Oh, it's opposite. Control plane is defining. I just had that opposite. Uh, the data plane enforces it. Control plane creates it. Duh. Okay. That file contains vulnerabilities that are closely monitored by security. Oh, I gotta read all my answers properly. Or closely. It is all of the above. Okay. Honey token is a unique identifier that is designed to track attackers. What's BIC stand for again? Business. So many acronyms. Business impact analysis. Right. Analysis. That makes sense. Primary key. My first gut did not do it right. Data encryption. Decrypt with the private key, encrypt with the public key. The sender encrypt with their public key, and the receiver decrypt with the private key. SED. What's SED? Self-encrypting drive. TPM is just a chip. Shows storing the keys. Not EFS. Maybe I should take the quiz on the acronyms first. Individual files, not the entire drive. I guess storage is the keyword there. Superset. I just thought it was something related to HTTPS. Okay. Now we have to pay more attention to that section. All right. I'm out.